Our next guest is an actor, singer, and songwriter who just 30 days after moving to Hollywood got his big break when he booked the role of Ralph Tresvant in the New Edition story. Please welcome Algee Smith.
What's going on?
Hey, Algee.
What's up?
Come through lighting, Algee. Hey, you made it, baby. You made it. What's up? We're so happy to have you. Wait, tell us where you're joining us from right now.
So I'm in LA right now. I'm joining y'all from my crib in the valley right now. It's kind of foggy out here. Where are y'all at?
You got that
We
lighting
are
pop
all over
in
the
the
place.
Okay. Yeah, I got that good ring light. You know, I had to turn it down a little bit. I was kind of shining too hard. I had to adjust the settings.
Hello. Well,
You're
speaking
Zoom
of
ready.
shining, you are shining your light all over the world because you love sharing uplifting messages of favor, peace, and blessings with your fans. How did you become so spiritually centered?
I think I would have to owe that to my parents. Honestly, my mom, ever since I was younger, she's just been very spiritual. She's taught me the importance of not just being a walking body of flesh, but understanding the spirit that you have and understanding the power that you have with that spirit. So I think just knowing that I've grown up, understanding the power of my words, the power of my thoughts, and the power of my voice.
That's incredible.
And you certainly
We're
have
grateful
a
for
voice
it.
now. You started pursuing acting at 8 years old, and now you are reaping the fruits of your labor. So I want to know, did you have a big splurge, and what did you buy?
Yeah, I had I started acting. Actually, I started doing music around 8 years old. I started acting around like 15. But when I first got my first check, I think I spurs on my Jeep. I love my baby. It's my Jeep, like military green Jeep. But before that, it was a struggle though. I had an Impala, like a 2003 Impala with the door hinges off, like the passenger door was off, the windows wouldn't roll up, it would overheat all the time. So when I got to buy my Jeep, I was like, thank God, blessings.
Algee, you once stated that playing characters that tackle police brutality and murder are emotionally draining. So what has been your personal experience with law enforcement?
Yeah, I think it is draining. I spoke about that the other day. I think it's important, but I think it is draining. But it's I want to play roles that edify and uplift Black people rather than the same roles that we're getting torn down in. However, I've been through certain experiences with law enforcement in my life. Thank God it hasn't been to a brutal point to where some of the films that I've played to where it's like that. But I have family members that have been through certain things. My uncle was beaten by the police when he was 14 years old. So I've experienced that just within the family. I think just being a Black man in America, you've experienced something, some sort of police encounter,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, stay safe out there.
For sure.
Absolutely, yes. And your new film, Judas and the Black Messiah, starring Daniel Kaluuya and Lakeith Stanfield, is getting great reviews. Will you tell us the story tell us about your role, too?
Yeah, of course. So Judas and the Black Messiah, very blessed to be a part of it. This follows a story of an FBI informant by the name of William O'Neill, whose job is to get close to Fred Hampton, who was at that time the leader of the Chicago chapter of the Illinois Black Panther Parties. And so William O'Neill's job is to get in to infiltrate and pretty much get Fred Hampton killed. And we see that throughout the film. And so I play Jake Winters, a Black Panther, who's really fresh and bright-eyed and wants to be there. He's so happy whether he's passing out newspapers at 5 o'clock in the morning or feeding the babies in the free breakfast program in the freezing cold. It doesn't matter what position he's in, but we start to see that happiness turns to darkness and turns to anger as he starts to see the brutality around him. He watches his best friend get killed by the police. He watches their headquarters get blown up, the Black Panthers headquarters. So he starts to see the world closing in on him and starts to see what he really is looked at as a Black man in America.
It's a true story.
Wow.
You were excellent in it. Can I tell you that? I saw it. You were so excellent. People really need to watch this movie because they're going to learn a lot about the Panthers, about Fred Hampton, and it's just long overdue.
Yes, long
We've
overdue.
actually got a clip.
Oh, go ahead, please, yes.
Let's check it out.
The Black Panthers are forming a rainbow coalition of oppressed brothers and sisters of every color.
Neutralize him by any means necessary.
Imagine what we could accomplish together. We can heal this whole city.
You ain't tell me it was gonna be like this. These ain't no terrorists.
We got a rep.
Anywhere there's people, there's power.
Anywhere there's people,
Wow.
there's power.
There's
I
the
tell you.
power.
That's the hard clip right there. Y'all making me get
Yeah,
emotional.
I know I got chills. Yes.
Wait,
It's
tell us,
really
why do you
good.
get emotional when you see that? Tell us.
I mean, there's a bunch of reasons, but I think for one, this is just something that has been wiped from our history books as Black people. Period. I didn't learn about this in school. I wasn't fortunate enough to learn about this in school, and so to be a part of something that's telling our history about a historical leader that was fighting for basic human things, justice, peace, equality, and to be a part of that, to be able to tell that after 50 years is it's mind blowing to me, honestly.
Algee, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with us today. Judas and the Black Messiah will be released Friday, February the 12th. Be sure to check it out. You don't want to miss this film.